Today we're going to practice a yoga practice for athletes. So this is a practice for anyone. If you've finished a workout, this is a nice practice to do on a day off or something to increase your flexibility and your mobility as well as your strength. So come to your mat and we'll begin in a pose called child's pose. So you'll come down, take your knees wide and your big toes touch. And really important, when you bring your forehead down, to begin with your breath. So we'll breathe in through the nose and breathe out through your nose. In the nose and out. So keep that flow in and out through your nose for the entire practice. Extend the arms forward and spread your fingers really wide. As you inhale, come forward to tabletop pose. So you'll have your shoulders right up over your wrists. Bring your knees below your hips. With your breath, start to go through some cat and cow poses. So we're gonna get into all those little spaces and places in the body that tend to get tight when we exercise, or even if you sit a lot throughout the day. Walk your knees back a few inches, tuck your toes, and then push into your hands and the tops of the toes, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So in dog pose, you can pedal out your feet to get into the calf muscles, the Achilles. And bend your knees, lift your hips up as high as you can towards the sky and push your hands down and forward. Now, as you inhale, look forward, walk to the top of the mat. When you get there, set the feet apart, so hip distance or a little bit wider. Bend your knees and take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Lift your arms up. This is really nice to open your chest and your shoulders. Drop your head down. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Right hand in the middle, right below your nose. Bend into the right knee a wee bit, straighten the left leg. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. Then look down, take your left hand down, bend the left knee. As you inhale, open the right arm up to the sky. So open it up into your chest. Look down, bend your knees, touch the floor. When you breathe in, halfway lift. As you breathe out, let your head go down. And bring your hands to your hips, point your elbows up. As you inhale, stand all the way up and release your arms down beside you. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Bring your big toes to touch and really feel your legs engage strongly. As you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bow forward, fold and touch your mat. You can bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat and put your right knee down to the floor. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. As you exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Shift your hips back, straighten your front leg. When you inhale, come forward into low lunge and open your chest. Exhale, send your hips back, straighten the front leg. That feels good. Inhale, come forward, open chest. And exhale, send your hips back, straighten your front leg. Inhale, come forward, take your arms up over your head, and breathe in, bend the elbows, put the thumbs right between your shoulder blades, and then pushing your elbows in towards your ears, lift your chest up, stretch your side waist long and breathe in. And then straighten the arms as you breathe out, touch down to your mat and step to downward dog. When you inhale, come forward to a high plank pose. As you exhale, put the knees to the floor and lower all the way down to your belly. Point your toes, inhale, lift your shoulders up, chest up for a cobra pose, or you could lift up to an up dog. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Step your right foot forward. Now set your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, come up into a high lunge. Push your legs down, lift your chest up, breathe in. And as you exhale, step to the top of the mat. and bow, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bow and fold. Push down, stand up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Drop your arms, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, bow, touch your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Put the left knee to the floor. Inhale, take your arms up, low lunge. As you exhale, frame the front foot, shift your hips back, straighten your front leg. Inhale, come forward, open your chest. Lunge, exhale, straighten your front leg. Do that again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, lunge, take your arms up over your head, bend the elbows, and put the thumbs right between your shoulder blades. Hug your elbows in, stretch your side waist up, breathe in. And then exhale, touch down, straighten the arms, and downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to high plank pose. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, back bend on your belly or up dog. Exhale, back down dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward, set your feet hip distance. Inhale, come up into high lunge. And as you exhale, touch down to your mat and step forward, bow. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, bow, fold. Stand up, inhale, push down, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step your right foot back and then turn on your feet and open your feet. So you'll take your toes out slightly and bend your knees and sit. So widen the knees, lower your hips, press into the outer edges of the feet, and breathe in. Sit deeper, breathe out. Take your arms up, inhale, and then bend to the right as you exhale, right arm down, left arm over ear. Inhale, come back up, take your arms up, and then left side, left forearm to the left thigh, right arm over. Good. Inhale, arms up, sit deeper. Take a big, big breath in. Exhale, sit deeper. And then straighten the legs, turn your toes in, hands to your hips, and bow over your legs, fold. Take your hands to the floor so they're about shoulder width apart. Move your chest forward, inhale. And then bend the elbows and reach your head down to the floor, exhale. So you can reach around, catch your big toes or the outer edges of the feet and open up your feet as wide as you need to start to stretch your legs. Then you can bend the knees if that helps to get your upper body a little closer to your lower body. Head down. Touch down to the floor, halfway lift, breathe in. Catch your hips as you breathe out, point your elbows up. Inhale, stand up, and now open your right foot. Bend your right knee and sit. So you want to get into the front right hip and bring your front knee over your front ankle. Reach your arms out wide. So this is nice to strengthen your legs as well as open your hips. Breathe in, lift your chest, and then breathe out, goddess. Left hand down, right arm up. Breathe in, back to warrior two. Now sit into your lunge. Keep your right knee wide, side angle pose. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm up. You can take your top arm over your ear. This is really great to open up your left side body. You want to take a bit of a shoulder opener, take your left arm behind your back, and we take a half bind. So you'll catch the top of the right thigh and roll both shoulders back. You can practice the right fingertips to the floor. This opens the hips, strengthens the hip. Keep your left foot flat. Breathe in, push through your legs. And then breathe out, big push back to warrior two. And then straighten your front leg. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes open. Bend your left knee, start to sit. This is warrior two. So get the front knee right over the front ankle. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Lift your chest, breathe in into exalted warrior. So right arm down, left arm up. almost like you feel the back line of your body. You want to lean into it a bit more, drawing the front of your body closer to the back of the body. We're keeping the right hand light. Warrior 2, inhale, stay low in your hips. Reach forward, side angle pose. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm up. You lift your chest. It's easy to collapse. You got to really work energy up. Top arm up, top arm behind your back. Take a half bind. You can catch it. The idea is to work the shoulders back. So if you've been doing cycling or you've been running or you've been sitting, get the shoulders back. Pull the front ribs down, and then you may touch a block or the floor. Keep your right foot flat, don't let it come up. Breathe in. Stay on the exhale. Another inhale. And big push, warrior 2, exhale. Straighten your front leg. Turn your left toes in, breathe in. And bow forward, breathe out. Touch down to the floor. Now walk your hands over to the right foot. We'll turn the right toes out, bend into your right leg, and lift your left foot off the floor. So this is really good to get into the adductors. Breathe, smile a little bit. The quadricep turning towards the ceiling and the hamstring towards the floor. Take it to the other side, walk your hands to the left foot, left toes out, bend the left knee. Not one of my favorite poses. Probably not making the cover of Yoga Journal with this pose, but I like running, so my inner thighs get tight. All right, touch down, lift hips, inhale, turn toes in, and breathe out, bow fold. So your hands can be shoulder width apart, wrists under elbows. See if you can reach the crown of the floor. A little bit more space now, shoulders moving up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Turn towards the top of your mat and step to downward dog, breathe out. Oh, new space, high plank, inhale. Low push-up, exhale. Back bend, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Let's take pigeon pose. So you'll take your right knee a little bit wider than your right hip. Pay attention, it's not too wide. It's just slightly wider than the hip. Left leg back, back toes tucked or pointed. Pull the legs in, inhale, and then come on forward and fold over your right leg as you exhale. Just really enjoying the hip opening. Feel the right hip soften, melt, relax. Feel your jaw and face relax. Melt your chest a bit closer to the floor. And walk your hands back, shift over to the right hip, sweep your left leg around. We'll take a twist. So the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Ground your legs down towards the floor the best you can. And you can also straighten your right leg if you can't quite get the left hip down. Lift your chest, inhale, left hand behind, and we'll twist to the right as you exhale. You can always hook your right arm around, or you hold the front of the shin. Keep breathing right up through the crown of the head as you turn. Inhale, come back through center, and we'll twist over towards the left. Inhale, come on up, lean back, come into Navasana, boat pose. 5-4, spread toes and fingers, 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs, plant your palms. You can step back to dog, or you'll go back. High plank, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. The left side for pigeon pose, so the left knee a little bit wider than the left hip, right leg back. Organize your legs into the pelvis, hips, and then you can come on forward and down. Really breathing in such a way that you can hear your breath, and it relaxes your nervous system just to listen to that sound, the Ujjayi's pranayama, breathing with the back of your throat. Okay, slowly come on up, shift to the left hip, take right leg around, and you'll plant the right foot directly in front of the left knee corner. Get your hips settling into the earth, downwards. Lift your chest upwards. Right hand behind, you can hold on to the right shin to lift chest, inhale, and then we'll twist to the right, exhale. Breathe in to lengthen your spine more upright, and breathe out to turn. Not so much your head, really wanting to get more internal turning, the inner body turning. Hips are anchoring downwards for stability and foundation, spine lifting upwards, and then you're turning around that space. Inhale back to the center, counter it to the left. And then inhale to come back through center, bring the soles of your feet to touch. Lift your chest on inhale. And bow. Fold as you exhale. And inhale to rise all the way up. Bring your feet together and then set your feet so they're hip distance apart. Take your hands behind you, about shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers. Push your hands down, take your shoulders back. Push your feet down, start to lift your hips up. This is a nice pose to counter forward bending, forward rounding. Draw belly down, lift hips up. Open your chest, you can look up. And then lower your hips down towards the floor. Now you can lie down on your back and take a Shavasana as long as you'd like. I like a really long Shavasana, or come to a seated meditation. And connect with your breath. So we'll take a deep breath in the nose and out. Do that again, breathe in, out. And then feel free to bring hands to your heart center and connect inward with your practice, and a moment to reflect that you have done something really healthy for your body, moving your body and connecting with your breath on this deeper level. And it's so nice to keep the mobility and flexibility in the body so you can stay open and free in your stride, and so allowing you to do all the things that you love in your life. I hope you enjoyed this yoga practice. Please share this with others that would also enjoy this, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.